So you're thinking about retaining your semen, huh? That's good. That's good. You come to the right place, man, because I'm here to encourage you to do it. What do you have to lose? A lot. Oh, yeah, man. I'm here to tell you, man, every time you bust one off, you're losing something, man. You're losing a little piece of you that I promise if you knew the benefits of it, you would wish damn near every last bust off you wish you could take back. Because I know I do too. Right? What do you have to lose? You've been busting off your whole life, and what has it gotten you? Not much. Made you sleepy. Made you a little lazy. You ever bust a nut, and then shortly after you see a pretty woman or something, and you don't have that same umph to maybe go after her, maybe to talk to her and have all the right words to say and be charismatic. I mean, I'm not saying if you bust one off, you lose all of that. You can't talk to a woman and everything. I'm just saying you lose a little extra sauce, man. You lose a little extra oomph that's gonna get you to close the deal, man. Funny story, man. I remember it was 2020, like January 2020, man. I had retained for a few weeks. I was doing a good job, focused, and I was dealing with this woman who very beautiful, and I had a job interview the following day, right? Meanwhile, I'm over her house, we're doing our thing. I'm trying to control myself. I let loose, I bust one off. I'm mad at myself, and I was low-key mad at her because, she was just doing too much, and but I couldn't blame her. I was still a little bit mad, right? And the next day, man, I lost it. I completely lost the interview. I fumbled it, basically. I was this close to getting this job at that time that I felt like I needed. Hindsight is 2020. I'm glad I never got the job because I ended up, working for myself. But at that time, it was frustrating when I realized I didn't get the job, and I just knew something was off during that whole interview process. I wasn't all the way there. I wasn't sharp, But I bring that up to say, man, there's something that you lose, man, whenever you bust one off. And I'm not saying that if you bust one off, you're completely gone, you're a zombie. But I am saying, man, you do lose a little extra drive, man, extra focus to get the job done, whatever that job is, man. It could be dealing with women. It can be dealing with a business, working out, fighting, any physical activities. You lose a little something, man. And I just want you guys to see what you're losing, because many of us, well, actually, most of us have never gone a long time retaining our semen. It's a very rare thing. And I'd like you to think back to when you were a kid, before you started busting off, man. Maybe what, 10, 11, 12, before puberty. You weren't busting off, man. Remember how pure you were as a child? Man, that purity is sacred. And we lose that, man, every time we bust off, man. We get a little bit further away from where we should be. So I want you guys to really think about what you're losing every time you bust one off. You should really think about that, right? Let me ask you this, man. If busting a nut didn't mean anything, why don't you bust off 2 to 3 a day? Better yet, think about every time in your life, because I'm sure you've done it and I've done it, and I can think about it, and this really sinks in. But when I think about the days in my life where I've busted 2 or 3 nuts in one day, especially from masturbating, that's the worst way to do it. But in any regard, it's really not good to do it at all. But every time I busted 2 or 3 in a day, that was not a good day. Something was off. It was not good. Right? That was a low point in my life every single time, without question. And I'm sure it's the same for you. I'll bet all my money that it was not a good day. Even if you were having sex and you just busting it off, by the end of the day, man, you're drained, you're zapped, right? There's a reason for that, you know. I mean, unless you're like just some kind of king, conqueror or something, and you happen to just have a bunch of women and you're doing your thing, that's a little different. You know, you're actually maybe on a mission. You out here reproducing. Then hey, you're doing God's work in a way. And that's a very rare occurrence. That just never really happens. Maybe Genghis Khan, he did that, and he was just dominating the world. So that's some whole other stuff. But I'm saying, man, we have to understand how powerful this life force energy is, man. We have to realize what it is and why we must retain it, and understand that when we do retain it, that there are benefits that we can reap from this retention. It's not some hocus pocus woo woo stuff, man. I'm telling you right now, man, this is sacred stuff. So sacred, man, that kings and emperors back in the day, hundreds, thousands of years ago, back in like ancient China, I know for sure that was a case where emperors and kings would pay sages and wise men who knew how to retain their semen by these different strategies and these different techniques to work on your body and to control a certain muscle in your body so you can retain. And this part of your body to help you retain was called the $1 million point. Now just imagine, they called this the $1 million point because these kings and emperors would pay the equivalent of millions of dollars to these wise men and sages to find out where is this sacred point so I can retain my semen, which I know is very sacred. They would pay millions of dollars to find out where it's at and how to take advantage of it. Yet here today, we have the internet. Information is just abundant. Now we know the $1 million point is essentially, it's this located like right in between your balls and your asshole. Let's be mature here, but that's where it's at. It's like right there, right in front of your asshole. It's this little muscle you gotta contract. You gotta learn how to control it. It's the same muscle you use whenever you pee, and you control your pee, and you control your stream of pee, man. When you're peeing and you can stop the stream of pee, that muscle, that's the same muscle you have to learn how to control in order to control your ejaculation from coming out. Right? Now you know the $1 million point, right? But I'm telling you right now, that was a sacred, secret thing that people would pay lots of money for. And here you are for free on YouTube getting it right here. And you probably won't take advantage. I hope you do take advantage of that information. It's very sacred, like I said, but I say all that to say, man, what do you have to lose? You have a lot to lose and everything to gain. I'm telling you, I want to see everybody do better in life. I want to see you guys reap the benefits of this. There's so many benefits, man. I could just make a lot of videos on this topic, but we'll talk about more of that later, man. But for right now, I just want you guys to just give it a try if you're still skeptical. And for those that are still on the journey and still just experiencing all the rewards of this. And man, I hope you guys just get everything that you ever desired, man, because I know I'm going to, and I continue to do almost every day, man. So I hope this helps, man. And I want to just let you know I'm here, man. I'm here with you. I'm on the journey with you guys. And it's an experience, man. Let's spread this message. Let's get dudes on the right path and living our best lives, man. All right. But that's it, man. My name's Dylan. I appreciate y'all watching. And I'm going to come back and mess with y'all in the next video. Peace.